The average American believes I just need more willpower, and so follows their doctor's advice to eat less and move more. They get fatter, sicker, and more depressed every year. The American food industry has made it impossible for you to succeed. They say calories are calories. Or, the infamous food pyramid. Just get your 8 servings of cereal a day. That's bullshit. I'm going to show you exactly how they've rigged the game against you right now. My name is Gabe, and I help young men self-lead themselves so they can live the best lives possible. My diet has been absolutely f***ed because I just trusted what was available to me. These corporations told me, just watch your calories. And I trusted them. And because of that, I never considered the difference that real food has in your mind and body. When I started doing research, I couldn't believe how stupid I was to believe that the food industry had my best interests at heart. I'm telling you right now, none of these processed foods are keeping you healthy. Just because it has protein on the label does not mean it's real food. Americans are just going to keep getting heart diseases and metabolic disorders. In the next few decades, I'm telling you, you're going to see heart disease normalized because of the garbage food that's in our American diet. The amount of processed shit I was consuming, I was going to crumble constantly, and that's not an exaggeration. In 11th grade, my friend posted a video of me holding up a cookie in the crumble cookie shop, saying,
"Yo, whoever made this shit,"
and it blew up through my whole school. People would literally walk by me in the hallways of school, saying, "Who made that cookie?" That was my identity. I mean, why would I eat clean? What's the reason for going out of my way if calories are calories? And so I've always struggled with overeating and a sugar addiction. And my body transformation has easily been the most significant event in my life. And feeling like you don't have any control over your diet, which you can probably relate to, it's because of the food that surrounds you. The food available at every gas station, every restaurant, every grocery store. It's designed to keep you addicted. Here's the thing, the food industry profits when you're weak. It profits when you have no self-control. They profit when you're constantly hungry, constantly craving. But here's what really made me furious when I started going down this rabbit hole. When I started researching this, I learned that the food is literally causing our testosterone to drop. Think about it. How do you control society? By making them less angry, more submissive, easier to manage. The American food industry has made it so you can't succeed unless you're actively fighting it. And every time I would read another study, I would think, these corporations have been lying to us for decades, telling us that a calorie is a calorie and that we can eat whatever we want in moderation. Starting in April this year, I completely changed my diet. In 8 months, I went from being fat and just getting my macros to being completely shredded. The idea that I could have abs used to be so foreign to me. But here's what changed. I stopped eating food that was designed in a lab to be addictive. I started eating food that came from Earth. And suddenly the cravings disappeared. The binge eating stopped, the mental fog lifted. This diet has easily been the most significant change I've made in my life in the past 2 years. And I want to maintain this diet because it genuinely fulfills me. And it's improved my quality of life even more than working out has. The American food industry has made it nearly impossible for you to access what your body actually needs. But once you break free from their system, once you stop eating what they're selling you, everything changes. Now, I promise you, I can control my body fat 100% of the time. Not because I have superhuman willpower, but because you don't get uncontrollable cravings with this diet that I'm about to tell you right now. First, you want to maximize muscle synthesis. Your body needs the right raw materials to build actual protein. Not protein from a tub, actual protein from real animals. Second, you want to increase your insulin sensitivity. Now, a lot of people don't know what insulin sensitivity is, so I'll explain it really quick. Your insulin sensitivity can be high or low. When your insulin sensitivity is high, your body burns fat more efficiently and regulates blood sugar without hunger. You're not craving food every 2 hours. And third is to maximize hormones, specifically testosterone. And the reason why is hormones actually increase muscle growth more than working out does. Think about that. You can lift all you want, but if your hormones are shit because of your garbage processed diet, you're just fighting an uphill battle. So how do you actually do this? Well, there's only 2 steps. One, which is what you eat. Unprocessed food. That's it. If it comes in a package with 15 ingredients that you can't even pronounce, it's designed to keep you addicted. It's not designed to be healthy. Whole foods are the basis of this diet. You also want to eat high amounts of protein, and I mean real protein. Meat, fish, eggs, and ideally beef. And for the fish, ideally salmon. I aim for about a pound of meat a day, and that's because it's roughly 100 grams of protein. It's not a protein shake, not a protein bar, actual food. And then your carbs are going to come from fruits and vegetables, not bread, not pasta. not the shit that comes in a box that the food industry wants you to think is healthy because it says whole grains on it. And now we've got the first part out of the way. And so the second part is when you eat. And timing is actually incredibly important. I don't eat until noon or later. And this does two things. First, you're burning fat throughout the entire morning, which is great for getting shredded. And second, when you do eat, your meals are bigger because it's not spread across 5 different snacks throughout the day and 3 small meals. And you should always drink lots of water throughout the day. Now, in terms of coffee in the morning, that's fine if you want it. But make sure you just have it black, plain. You don't want to have calories in the morning because that ruins the entire point of having a high insulin sensitivity. Now, I know someone's going to ask, what about supplements? And I don't really think any of it is necessary. I think if you're going to do any supplement, you should take vitamin D, especially in the winter when you're not out in the sun a lot. But you really don't need to do this. And sleep. Sleep is non-negotiable for hormones, insulin sensitivity, and muscle protein synthesis. You can have the perfect diet in the world, but if you're sleeping just 5 hours a night, you're throwing everything down the drain. And that's the system. It's not that complicated. It's not that fancy. It doesn't require any fancy supplements or any meal prep services that the garbage fitness industry wants to sell to you. It just requires you to eat actual food at the right time and not put processed garbage in your body. Now, with this diet, you don't need to track anything. I've tried tracking macros and calories, and the truth is, I always get enough protein, and I always don't eat that much, especially when you're eating whole foods. And I always get enough macronutrients that I'll need, enough vitamins, everything. Now, when you start this diet, your cravings will increase. It takes time for your insulin sensitivity to adjust. But once it does, I promise you your life will completely change. And you can just start simple. Just eat whole foods. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Try this for a week. Eat real whole foods. See what happens. Let me know in the comments. And remember, the path is yours.